going to be taking you along just on kind of a typical day of running errands and what that looks like overseas living in Thailand. So follow along. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. It means so much to me. This is my home in Phuket, Thailand, and I'm so happy that you're watching this video. Today's video consists of what it looks like to have a visa here, dealing with immigration, what banking looks like, how we deal with money overseas, and when we're left without a car, how do we get drinking water? When we first moved here, it's like just to get one thing done a day seemed like a really big task. When dealing with the language barrier and a different currency and driving on the other side of the road, and just a different way of life definitely was hard. But now this is our new normal and it seems so natural to do some of these everyday tasks. Come with me as I take you along to some of the errands. So I just picked Garrett up he dropped our car off because it needs to get some work done in the shop, and I came on the bike to pick him up from the car shop, and we're needing water. So we're gonna take you what we did for a long time before we had purchased our car, how we got water. So we don't have to do this way anymore because we do have a car, but sometimes we don't have that car and we have to get water. Gotta get drinking water. So follow along. Yeah, like I said, normally we do have a car, so it doesn't always look like us taking the moto, but for instance, we needed water, and so we're just doing one jug at a time. And so I'm heading to a little local shop that we've been going to ever since that we moved here. It's this cute like family run water shop, and actually they repair bikes as well. So here I am just getting the water. You exchange the money and you're on your way, and they're super friendly, and it just feels really great to support like local family run businesses. It's pretty heavy, but you know, you get used to it. So you just place it in there, and honestly, the bike, it fits in perfectly. And so, you know, say a little prayer and then on your way. Here is our drinking water station, and honestly, I'm amazed at how fast we go through one of these jugs, especially with hosting and having church and like small groups at our house. So here's where we store the jugs, and this is a video clip of what it looks like to put it in our car, where we can load up multiple jugs at a time. And Millie loves just cheering Dad on from the back seat. So that's what it typically looks like, but we had to take the bike because we didn't have the car. Here right now, it's actually Garrett and I going on a date night. Right before we start our date, we needed to pay a few bills, and so I thought it'd be fun to take you guys along. We're on the bike. Whenever it's nice weather, we like to go on a date night on the bike because it's just fun. This is what it looks like to pay some of our bills. This is like, I kind of call it a Target, but definitely can't compare it to a Target like in the States, but it's a great option that we have here. So it's kind of like a department store, you know, one stop. You can do everything here. They have groceries, they have clothes, they have household items, and they have ATMs. Here is a face scanner to see if you are properly wearing your masks. If you're not wearing a mask, you cannot go into the store. So we're just heading to an ATM, and the banking system here, we really toy with keeping our banks in America and then also having a Thai bank. So it's a little bit tricky when it's time to pay bills. You need to we have to pull out of our US bank and then deposit it into our Thai bank so we can pay rent and utility and bills and things like that. Sometimes we pay bills at ATM and just transfer online, but a lot of the time actually how we pay bills is we pay at 7-Eleven. So you just take in your receipt that you get in the mail and you just bring it up to the cash register, and that's how you pay most of your bills. Actually, fun fact is you can purchase a flight at 7-Eleven. So if you're ever in a pinch. Yeah, so here's just paying our electricity bill, and then we're gonna head out to our date night. This next clip, I had to put it in there. Do you see what's under this guy's shirt? A full on chicken. Like, don't know if it looks dead. It looks dead. Come on. But you know, he probably just got out on the side of the road and that's dinner for the night. So this was too funny and I had to put it in this video. This is me explaining to you the process of what it looks like to be a foreigner, to be an alien and live overseas. It's honestly a lot of work. We need to do this amount of paperwork every 3 months when you're either applying for your visa or extending your visa. It's full of pictures and paperwork and logging, you know, what your work looks like. I do appreciate how thorough they are. It can just be quite an exhausting few days, and you just, every time you go, you typically need a new piece of paper and then you have to go back the next day. But I'm really thankful for one of my coworkers, Gate, who helps me along in the whole process, and it's really nice to have somebody who speaks the native language and who's able to communicate properly and make sure you have everything that you need to have. Here's me decked out in my poncho, ready to take on the rain. Garrett needed the car that day, or maybe this is actually still when we had the car in the shop, but I don't love driving in a storm, but if it's just sprinkling a little bit, it's not too bad, and it's honestly really pretty as you look out onto the road and you see everybody in their ponchos and it's like all colorful. And that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and me sharing just everyday life over here in Thailand, living overseas, and what that looks like, and what used to feel so foreign now feels so normal. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in next week's video.